So I know we're in the middle of this stream, but this is going to be uploaded as the review for this week because I just feel like doing it. I'm going to be playing this game so much I'm not going to have time to record an individual review, so we're doing it right here and now. Alright. So the chapter started out pretty interesting actually, because we had Apu and Drake and team up against CP0. Now, I was disappointed, I must say, because I thought CP0 took out Apu at the start of the chapter with that really clean punch. You know what I mean? Like, super clean punch, you know? And I really enjoyed that. Because I just don't like Apu, right? I just want him gone. I don't like the... Oh, fuck. I don't like the idea of... what would you say? I don't like the idea of having all the supernovas. I feel like some of them should die or give up pirating because that's how it happens, you know? I feel like some of them don't deserve to be high up in the world like Apu and Hawkins. I feel like those two particularly should be taken out. Although I know a lot of people are starting to like Apu, I'm not personally. I don't enjoy Apu at all. Well, I enjoy him as a villain, but like I don't like his character as much as I like the other supernovas. I will say, part of me says I prefer him to Hawkins now. I don't know, I haven't decided. I did like how he was going to sell the photos to Morgans, because that could lead to everything getting out about Wano and causing the dissent that will cause the final war when it comes to the world government. So I feel like he's going to actually be important, which makes me feel kind of weird for Apu to be actually important to the story. You know what I mean? I do feel very strange about that. But there's so much we can talk about with the thing, like with the whole first part of the chapter, because they tell Drake that they know like his true allegiance, and I'm like, all right, so why does Drake attack them then? I know Sword is like trying to unveil the corruption within the Marines, so that makes sense. But like, they didn't attack Drake, so unless he's like has some other ulterior motives, because I doubt he wants to piss off CP0. I understand he doesn't like them because obviously he's a anti-corruption thing in the Marines, and CP0 are like the peak of corruption in the Marines. But at the same time, like, he could not take them 1v1, and I didn't think he would be able to take them with Apu. So if they do beat CP0, that's going to be a very interesting way to see things, right? Because it's going to be cool to see the supernovas actually have a fight and we see it through. Now, I'd say it's going to be a less important fight than, for example, the Big Mom and Law and Kid fight. And it looks like we're finally going to figure out... I think now we see how they're going to beat Law, or they're going to beat Big Mom. Because I think Marco's going to get involved in this fight. I don't think Izo's going to get involved in this fight for one simple reason, right? I think that Izo is going to find Kiku, right? That's going to be how we get that whole emotional moment with Kiku dying, maybe. Or maybe she's saved. I don't know, but I hope she's not. Let's be real. I don't mind, honestly. Part of me wants some of the scabbards to survive and some of them to die. Like, because that's what happens, right? They're not all going to die, but then it feels unfitting for them all, from some of them to live and some of them to die. Because there's been this whole thing of, like, 9 shadows and 9 deaths, and, like, and that the graves will actually mean something by the end of the arc. So, there is a way to say that they might all die, and I'm not against that, you know what I mean? I really want Kinemon to die, because I feel like he had the send-off with Momo, which I understand he's not dead yet, but I really want him to die, because if he's still here, he can still do something big. Because unlike people like Pell and what's the antenna bee looking fella from Skypiea, they weren't important characters, but Kinemon has not only been on the ship since Punk Hazard, but has been a key component of each arc somewhat since Punk Hazard. So I feel like it's important that if he is still alive, they give him a proper send-off, you know? So if he is still alive, and there must be a reason for that, so he's going to get a proper moment, and more intense moment than the Momonosuke and Kaido moment, which I really enjoyed actually. If that's when he died, I would have been happy with that. But also, you know, I think it is going to be cool for Izo. We're going to get more Izo action because he's done nothing in this arc so far. But I wonder, I don't know if Kiku will survive. I think she should, because like, I think she probably should because she's met her brother for the first time, but it's also tragic if Izo sees her die, you know what I mean? I think that would work as well. I'd really enjoy that. But then back to what my actual point was, I'm saying that like Marco, right? Marco's going to get involved in the Big Mom fight. That's my opinion. I know people have the whole Momotaro thing, but I don't really follow that anymore because it's just Luffy now. I believe Momo might come back up to the roof at some point, but not right now anyway. All I'm saying though is we're looking at a possibility now where we've got 3 comparable characters to a Yonko, right? They're probably at least all above First Commander tier, right? Everyone here, Marco, Law, and Kid could be a Katakuri, right? Could be like that level of, maybe not Katakuri himself, but like that level of character, you know what I mean? So like the First Commander, maybe not Ben Beckman, but every other First Commander they could probably be, right? That's my thought process. So if you have 3 First Commanders right now, well then you're probably going to be able to beat a Yonko. Like 3 First Commanders, one that's probably on Yonko level, considering he was considered a future Yonko when Whitebeard died. You know what I mean? He's probably on the same level as a Yonko. Like he's on the same level, but he's like a tier, like he's down the bottom. Like you've got Big Mom and Kaido up the top, and then you've got Marco at the bottom of Yonko tier. I think so. But he's also injured, so it evens it out a little bit. So I feel like that's going to be a cool fight if Marco gets involved. He could go do other things, which I have no idea what else he could do, to be honest. I don't think he's going to the roof. I feel like he has to have some importance. So I feel like him helping Kid and Law fight Big Mom would be really, really cool. And I think showing Big Mom that way is also cool. Now, there is a possibility, it's also like very cool setup for a future fight, which I'm really looking forward to, considering they foreshadowed the Marco fight earlier in the arc where Big Mom was like, I don't have enough souls to fight you, and now she has a ton of souls, but she's fighting 3 people of the same sort of caliber. So we'll see how that goes. But it's as much of an option as that, like, Marco could carry Izo to to Kiku, right? It's as much a possibility that happens, right? It's as much a possibility that they find Kiku while Izo's riding on Marco's back, and that's how she survives, because Marco uses his Ooga Booga Phoenix powers to save the day, which, I mean, would be reasonable as long as it's not Kinemon. Alright? Kinemon cannot survive. He had such a clean send-off, and he cannot survive in a way that will let him survive the rest of the arc. Okay? I refuse to let that happen. I mean, it's One Piece, so they'll do something great in return for that. But it's just like, don't give him that send-off and do something, like, unless they do something absolutely, like, on the level of nothing happened with Kinemon, I probably won't understand that. And Ashura Doji better be dead. Okay, if Ashura Doji is not dead, oh my god, I mean, he's probably not. But you know what? We're not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna touch on that topic right now, because I feel like they are all gonna survive, making the whole foreshadowing of the 9 shadows completely useless and the 9 graves. But they have to die at some point in this arc. I feel like they have to. But I feel like for Kinemon specifically, he had the perfect send-off. Oh, we finally found it, thank God. He had the perfect send-off, right? And they didn't do it. They just threw that away. Or Oda just threw that away. And I understand with the rest of them, the other options, the other people who didn't die in arc were all minor characters. Besides Pound, I would argue. But I feel like his cover story was worth But Kinemon had an amazing death send-off. I know Oda likes to have characters die in a grand way, but I know people might say that's pathetic, but he was protecting someone who he was the guardian of, or the quote-unquote father figure of for some time. I think that is admirable. That is a grand death to me. You know what I mean? And having him survive is a bit cheapens that a little bit. Now, what are we gonna call this thing? You know, I just feel like it cheapens it a little bit. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all about this. I don't mind Kiku surviving. I don't mind, Oshirodoji shouldn't survive, but I don't mind him surviving. It's just Kinemon. Because they gave him a grand death. He had the grand death that everyone was talking about, you know what I mean? So it's just a bit annoying to have him show up now and still be alive. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like if they have Marco heal him, I will have an issue with that. I realise that was a few chapters ago, but we're talking about what Marco might do. So if they have Marco heal him, I will have a bit of an issue with that personally, but hey. It is how it is. I got on my tirade, so... But we can talk about something else as well, because the rest of this chapter was also very, very good. So we got more Yamato stuff as well, actually. I think that was out of order, but we got more Yamato stuff, so always a good chapter. But Yamato knows Fuga, we know that for a fact now. Now, I honestly don't think this confirms the whole Ushimaru thing, because I believe very, very clearly she does not know. She said, "Hi, friend," in a way that doesn't seem like it's Ushimaru, right? She may not know. It may still be a thing that she does not know, and she'll figure out when Fuga reacts to Zoro at some point. I think, funnily enough, I think that's when they're gonna show that the poison's taking effect. Fuga's gonna like touch Zoro in some way, and like, and everyone's gonna be like, what did he do? Or some shit. I don't know, that'd be funny. But I don't think it 100% confirms. But I will say I am enjoying the numbers a lot more now that this theory's going around. I just wonder, is he the purple number in the anime? I'm confused. Or are those different numbers? I just don't know. But that's not an important issue. But I feel like Yamato now is going to make it down in time for after Hiyori fucking Rex Orochi, which we're going to talk about now. My god, she is going to fucking clap that man in two. That guy is not walking around this. She has been with him in his company for 20 years. There's no way she didn't find out how to kill him permanently. And even at that, he only has one head left on his snake. So it could just be a one snake left thing. So she is gonna get her moment. We're gonna get some sick ass Hiyori action, my guy. And she's gonna have Hamino Habakiri and kick his fucking ass. Let's go. Or she's gonna have Shisui, one or the other. But it's gonna be some cool shit. Alright, Hiyori, come on, let's go. We're gonna get some Hiyori action against Orochi. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. And then, like, once she beats Orochi, right? Instead of disarming the bombs, she uses one of them to, like, open a gap in the island to get to Momonosuke at some point, or accidentally. And then that's how Momonosuke and Hiyori meets. That'd be so cool if, like, one of the bombs, like, slips and hits one of the walls, and then it's, like, a big gap, and Momonosuke's just outside it, and that's how they meet. That would be so cool, man. I'm actually really excited. But speaking about that, though, right? She actually doesn't look like Hiyori. I don't know. Now, maybe that's just me. I watched the anime when Hiyori was in it. But she looks a bit different. You know what I mean? And even, I looked back at manga panels, and her face just looks a bit narrower and a bit different to what Hiyori's actually look like. So it could as easily be Toki, as people are saying, dressed up like her daughter, because I'm sure she knows what's going on. Or it could be I'm starting to think that theory about Blackbeard and Zebek, right? If that's true, the best way to foreshadow it was to have the same thing happen with Hiyori and Toki, where Toki, they're like part of Toki's soul is inside Hiyori. Think of it this way: she let Hiyori survive. She kept Hiyori with her instead of bringing her back in time, and she kept her in a burning fire. So to me, it makes sense that maybe Toki put a bit of her soul or spirit or whatever within Hiyori. Now, this would only make sense to me if this was foreshadowing the Zebek and Blackbeard thing. So it's a highly possible it's not, but I'm really looking forward to that, to what they might do with that. But it could just be Hiyori, and that would be cool to see her do some sick action, my guy. Some sick swordswoman action, you know? It'd be cool to see, because we don't see that too much in Wano, or in One Piece in general. We don't see many women with swords other than Tashigi. But Tashigi doesn't get much shine, to be fair, because she's actually awful. What has she done, bro? Show her, give her some more scenes. Her fight with Monet was pretty cool. She did a decent job for a while until Zoro came in and kicked some ass. But still, I want to see Hiyori do something, because they're giving Momo so much shine, but she's had years to train and years to mature as a person. Like, it would just work so well if Hiyori was to be the one to finally avenge her father by killing Orochi, or even have it be a team effort, right? So like, when that bomb goes off, Orochi's not dead, but Momonosuke is still there. Momonosuke is like, alright. So they do a team combo attack. Momonosuke learns how to do like a, the Boro Breathu, like a really small micro version of that. And then Hiyori does like do you know like a one-handed style version of like what Odin did, like his ultimate in Pirate Warriors 4, I can't remember, but you know what I mean? Like, that shit would be so cool. I'd be down for that 100%, you know? Man, that was some cool shit. That's the thing about these One Piece chapters, and I must say it's completely different to any other manga I've ever read. It gives you so much to be hyped about, because it sets up so many different things you can theorize about, and I just really enjoy that, you know? I really enjoy that aspect of One Piece. I feel like it fits perfectly for the series to be able to do that, and when the series is over, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'll find another series, but I don't know if I can be as speculative with that series. Hopefully I can, but I love One Piece, and I'm for the speculative parts as well as the actual chapters, because the chapters are also amazing, and I just love how he does shit. And we got an amazing Zoro action scene, right? We got Zoro getting his ass kicked by King to show off how great King was. Attacks that were hurting Kaido were not affecting King. That is so sick. Like, we're seeing now the true depths of the power of the Beast Pirates. Now, Wano is... the Onigashima part of Wano is coming to an end. I believe we're still going to get another act of Wano with the, like, Marines showing up. And, like, other people from around the world showing up. Kind of like the opening of Wano act, which is going to be Act 4. So Act 3 won't end until after Onigashima ends, to me. And then Act 5 is going to be them escaping. That's what I think, personally. That is my viewpoint on the act system now, personally. Yeah. I am very excited. Extremely so. For future arcs to come, or for future fights to come in the Onigashima arc, and then afterwards. But this kind of shows where Zoro's gonna have to pass now. He's gonna have to get to the point where Luffy is now, with being able to deal with the elements and being able to deal with skin as tough as dragon scales. And I feel like that's the whole point. Zoro is gonna get to a level that Luffy got to in chapter 10:10. Not in terms of like advanced conquerors. I doubt he's gonna get advanced conquerors, but I feel like he's gonna have to learn Rio, because I feel like at least the armament of Rio. I doubt he's gonna learn advanced conquerors, although he kind of already has, right? He's shown it off once, so we could say he has when he cooked Kaido. So it's very It's very hard to say. But that sling back, that face from King when he was slung back his head and became a dinosaur, that was the funniest shit. If that doesn't become a meme, I will be so surprised.